It was one of the longest rivalries ever seen in martial arts. No trash talk, no bad blood. Only two competitive and elite strikers going at it for 13 rounds. The showdown between the Nigerian last style bender and Brazilian stonehand stretched over 7 years from one sport to another. One came out as a winner, but the other had the last laugh. Their first battle was in 2016 in a kickboxing ring in China under the spotlight of Glory of Heroes' first event. At the time, China was Israel's playground. Adesanya came forth with a record of 30-2, and in the other corner was less experienced Alex Pereira with 13 wins and 4 losses. At first glance, similar, but in essence completely different. Both had their unique qualities. Israel had started his career 3 years earlier and proved to be a successful kickboxer who was a pleasure to watch. Alex, on the other hand, did not have such luck. He was struggling, but because of his mentality, he did not back down. Adesanya's fighting quality was evident throughout all 3 rounds. He survived several deadly left hooks, a blow that Pereira is known for, and controlled a good part of the fight. In the end, the judges, with a unanimous but controversial decision, decided that the Brazilian was the better fighter. However, the two lions had no idea that this would not be the first time they would cross swords. A year has passed, and their careers have followed the same course as before the first fight. Hungry for success, the Nigerian technician has strung together 7 wins and 1 loss, while the Brazilian tribal chief has only been in the ring twice, 1 win and 1 loss. The time has come for a rematch under the banner of the same promotion, but at a different location. This time, Izzy came to the enemy field in Pereira's hometown, Sao Paulo. He was thirsty for revenge, and Alex was ready to leave nothing in the hands of the judges this time. The course of the fight was reminiscent of the first one. There was no lack of action on either side, but Israel kept the situation under control. He was slick and precise as always. Alex was good, but the win was not that close. Time was passing, and he needed something, and he needed it urgently. Consequently, in the middle of the third and final round, a miracle happened. Boom! Pereira's left hook landed. Israel was brutally knocked out for the first time in his long career, and Alex triumphed again. Here, their careers diverge again, this time for a longer period. It was the last time we would see them kickbox, but not the last time they would fight. After their second kickboxing match, there were significant changes in their careers. After the defeat, Israel had a great UFC career and became a middleweight champion that no one could threaten. But he made one mistake. He called out and demoted Pereira, who heard him on television. Alex completely changed his career, became a double glory champion, and went on a knockout rampage. However, in 2021, he retired from kickboxing and decided to chase his nemesis in another sport. The motivated Poetin earned a UFC contract faster than the average fighter and climbed the middleweight ladder even faster. In just 2 years, he was fronting Adesanya again. This time, the war lasted not 3, but 5 rounds, and we watched another replay of their kickboxing fights, with a touch of wrestling, of course. Israel's lead on the scorecards wasn't surprising. This was his domain. He had his chance near the end of the first round when he almost finished Alex, who was saved by the bell at the last moment. But what did surprise us was the 5th round. The round Pereira pulled himself out of a certain defeat and cornered Israel. He used his opponent's fatigue, put on pressure, and the Brazilian secured the title, which Adesanya held since 2019 in only his 4th fight in the UFC and 8th in mixed martial arts. "I've trained my whole life for this. I've worked so hard," Pereira said. Not only was he the first man to knock him out in kickboxing, but he did it in MMA as well. Luckily, Adesanya was the dominant champion. Otherwise, we wouldn't be enjoying the 4th fight. A fight that was about to surprise everyone. Only one thing was on Adesanya's mind. Then, for me, I just knew I could beat this guy. It wasn't about proving to anyone else. It was about myself. I know I can beat this guy. So that Miami one, I was in a different place. I had to tap into some darkness for that camp. People who knew me, I was different. I was like, it is no way this mother effer beats me 4 times. It's about the story. Although everyone believed that Pereira was definitely his kryptonite, Israel had faith in himself, regardless of the 3-0 result. Since we all love stories about rivalries, the UFC rushed to schedule a rematch for April 2023, and we were back at it. One last dance. Alex was ready to kill, and Adesanya, as always, was prepared to die there. This fight was much shorter than all the others. Izzy did his homework. He had 3 matches to understand that he would not see anything new and that the fight with Pereira was always the same. Israel's determination is to be studied. And this time, he brought another weapon. Patience. The situation in the first round was reversed from the previous rounds. Alex had the lead in his hands, but only until the second round. Poatan went into hunting mode and again backed Adesanya to the fence. He wounded him badly and was in a hurry to finish him off. He was beating him up. However, due to the siege, he lowered his defences and went all out. This was Israel's time to shine. At the speed of a light, he threw a couple of counter punches to end the fight. This time, it wasn't just Alex's hands that were made of stone, but his body as well. Overwhelmed with emotions, Adesanya celebrated his victory by shooting 3 imaginary arrows into Poatan's motionless body. The final score might be 3-1, but revenge was sweeter than regaining the middleweight title that night. After 7 years, the Nigerian finally got his revenge. After 7 years, he finally conquered his worst nightmare. After 7 years, Israel Adesanya achieved the biggest win of his career.